What do I mean by that? Is because why do people buy from you, not someone else?
Right.
We all offer the same products, right? So the difference is you. What can you provide? Knowledge and also detail service. So detailed instructions, right? Like Christina, we all do the right on the bottle when to use, morning to evening to, and then it's a regimen.
Yeah.
So they know, oh, with you, it's a solution.
Yes.
With your regimen, I can solve my problems. So they come back to you for more consultation later on. And that's how we can keep our customers. IBV, simple, we know, we're already shopping a lot. Just have gift cards everywhere. Never spend a penny, never spend any dollar outside that's not part of our shopping annuity.
Yes.
So another thing is to really connect everything together is the tracking system. The tracking system really helped me. So every time I sell anything, I write down products, what day to who, retail, our distributor price, what's the profit, and the BV or the IBV.
Yes.
So I know exactly how much money I make every single day.
Yeah.
And when people say, oh, how are you doing with your business? I'm like, oh, I created like I made like $200 today because of this. So it's like posture and also professionalism.
Yes.
And this is also what I've been doing. It's really tracking my customers, creating customer profiles. So this list, I look at it every single Monday morning. Okay, this week, let's see who needs to reorder. Because you can calculate, right? If someone ordered in April aloe juice, they're done. They're done using it. So did I follow up? What's the next step? So I always know when's the next step, And the number 6, Iris, she ordered custom blend. But I know that she also has health issues, a lot of health challenges. So I actually drove all the way to her house, which is like 40 minutes away. I went there, made her custom blend, but also I gave her a free facial and just learned from Xiaofan, the same facial, one side. And then at the end she's like, oh, this side is lifted. This side, I don't feel anything. She just feels right away. She's like, whatever you use on me, I want to buy. So from that, I added on the needle-free Pentaxel and the eyebrow pencil. And also, she also told me about her thyroid issues. So I left her with 5 sample packets of enzymes and also daily essentials packets. Then, so from that point on, that was like a $300 order. But every day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 3, 4, 5, I said, I'm going to follow up with you every day to see how you feel. And then she said she feels really good and she wants to place an order. So that's really how I track every week, how I hit the goals. By looking at the list, who needs what, who's ordering what. So now I have about 23 customers that's returning. It's different frequency. Maybe one is order every 3 months, one order every 2 months. But that's what we want. We want consistent orders. We want, we want BV that we can control. Like volume we can control because we want to get paid. We want to get maximized on our volume. So basically, all that is just, I already shared the examples already in terms of stories, but because of the weekly goal and also having the tracking system, every week I know what I need to do in terms of retailing. I don't need to think about, oh, how about that person? Oh, who did that person order again? Like, what was his name? So basically, it's this is like testimony of someone who used the just daily essentials kit packets. He ordered 3 already, but he drank 2, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, one at night. He doesn't want to try anything else, but great, go try this, and it's simple. So he used day 1. I have some like bald spot. He wants to repair that. And then day 15, and then now day 30.
Wow.
Look at that difference.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're my lifesaver. Like, hair is very important for guys, right? This guy never met. He lives in West Virginia. I never met him. But because of follow-up consistently, and also always asking, like, how do you feel, like, what's the progress? So he feels he trusts me, and he's ordered 3 daily essentials packets already, 3 boxes already. And then he's like, next time I want to add something else. So that's how we build long-term customers. Yeah, so please only share in your own group because I don't have his permission. Yes. Anyway, so to sum it all up, this is my 10 retailing tips, which I already mentioned. Really starting from massive personal use, which can create testimonials all the time. Yes. Literally every week you'll have a new testimonial and you can share with confidence to people. So can I get a commitment of everybody gonna do the OPC3 challenge? Yes. Everybody? Yes. I wanna see all hands up. Okay, awesome. And then inventory, really, that's how we can service our customers. Knowledge is power, so don't ever miss any product training. Product back, which make our business everywhere we go. Consultation, build relationships, follow up accordingly. Write in your planner, day 1, this person, day 3, this person. That's what I do. And also go extra mile, because that's how they can tell you really care about them. You don't just care about the profit or the BV. Host regular parties and measure, monitor, adjust our retail as well. So that's what I want to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Helen. That was simple, sharp, and sweet, wasn't it? Yeah. And there was so much knowledge in there, right? Have done a lot. And I think because of time, we couldn't really have, because they had prepared a lot of testimonials. And when we were at the Miami cruise trip, they also did sharing for retail. And it really helped a lot of people. And I think a lot of people say, oh, only Chinese people can retail like that. Have we heard? People say only Chinese people can retail like that. Well, Helen, although she is Chinese, but she pretty much grew up here, right? And she doesn't really have, any network in China. And, that's why I think this is a great example from not able to retail and simply by increasing personal use and confidence, family, and, her mom's got a great testimonial, used to have severe Crohn's disease. When she recovered after the surgery, she couldn't recover because she could only rely on needle injection, IV, for nutrition. So, but every day, I still remember she was saying how one day, needle here, and then it gets infected, right? And then another place, another place, another place. Everywhere they could put a needle on, she gets infected. So they were running out of places to put a needle, and we were like, let's do isotonic, right? That's the last resource. And before you know it, not only she slept better than ever, and now she's basically recovered, so healthy, gained weight, looks even younger than before her surgery. Really incredible, like her grandmother, really cute. They keep on sending these messages. And I think when she shared about, following up on customer with different pace, and I think she did mention this at a previous training, and I personally benefited a lot. Because she said there were customers that just didn't want to be bothered. Like people, if you follow up on them, they don't reply you. But when they run out of products, maybe 2 months, maybe 3, right? There was this one guy that just keeps on ordering product every about 2 months. And you contact them, they don't respond. But now, when they're done, they just always come back to her, always come back to her, always come back to her. So really develop, but from quantity to quality. Does that make sense? From quantity to quality. So if you've gone through a lot of customers, then you have developed your own retail system. What works for you? Most of my customers are all from, really close friends and also friends referred friends, and they ended up becoming friends. So, I'm not very strong in terms of stranger retailing. Like May is very good on meeting someone. Right away in her conversation, she'll be bringing up products naturally. I do bring up, but they just probably don't trust me enough and they don't ask me enough, right? So, but May just always have a product in her conversation theme, and she's very good on meeting somebody, ended up tomorrow this person wants to buy aloe juice. You know what I mean? So I know what works for me. I'm not very good on meeting someone right away, they're gonna buy something. That has rarely happened to me. But if I treat them as a friend, like regular prospecting, and then they always end up seeing me using products and living the healthy life, then they want to buy from me. So develop a retail system that works for you, okay? And I know we have a lot of really strong retailers here, like Xiaofan herself, and all of the pioneer Dr. Zheng here, right? And Xiaoyan, huge testimonial. So next, to follow up, the second segment of retail is how to follow up on customers. The next lady I wanted to invite up, well, Wayne's better half, right? Christina.
Yep.
Huh?
Way better.
Yeah, way better half, yes. And Christina personally joined the business because of the products, and she loves the products so much. Basically, she herself, her whole family, from testimonial after testimonial, and she not only developed a huge customer base, but she's really detailed in terms of following up. So that's why she serviced more than 100 customers and also developed really awesome testimonials. So because of that, both of them also retail about 5,000 to 6,000 BV per quarter. So that's what more than triple of our shopping annuity benchmark, right? So without further ado, help me welcome our professional coordinator, Christina.
Alright, good afternoon everyone.
afternoon.
Is everyone still awake?
Yeah.
Okay, really thank you Olivia, Miss Milo and other leaders to give me this opportunity to share how I follow up on my customer. But before that, let me introduce myself a little bit more. My name is Christina, aka as Wayne's wife. I was, like Olivia mentioned, I was introduced to this business because of the products. Because I grew up in a family, I saw my parents has been taking supplement for more than 10 years. But my mom still have arthritis and a lot of the blood sugar issues. So I knew that not all supplements created equally. So after I came to the States about 10 years ago, I said to myself, I need to find a really good one and then send back to my parents because they really devoted everything and sacrificed everything to me. And then really thankful a good friend of mine in college introduced the entire isotonics line to me. And then I personally used it for about 3 months, and then I realized it was so good. Because I used to have really severe digestive problem. I used to always burp after eating something because my entire family has the digestive issue. And then after that, I saw that this product is really good, so I jumped on board and then started this business. And then went to the convention with all the team. That's where I really started building this business as a business, not only selling and buying the products. But how I realized follow up on customer is so important was because when I started business, I just graduated from college, so no one really believed it that I can really sell something or I have something to do with the supplementation. Because as you guys might know, younger people, they think they don't need to use the supplement, or they think we don't know anything about the supplement. So my family, my mom and my dad are really the first customer that I have. But my dad was not coachable at all. Whatever I told him to do, he's oh, you have nothing to do with this. You don't know what you are telling about, so I'm not gonna follow you. But because he's my dad, so I consistently follow up on him and then consistently trying to figure out how I will let him be on the products. And then I realized that, actually follow up can actually change someone's attitude towards our products. Especially, but we need to always build up the relationship first. That's why and then later when I go to more and more training, that's where I realized actually our company has already created a format for us to follow up on customer. May I ask, is there anyone knows that what's the format for follow up actually on the products, especially? Yes, it's the 137-1421. But is does everyone know what's 137-1421? No, right? Yeah. And then that actually I already, because of the time, I can't really say everything, but you guys can welcome to take a picture because basically I wrote it down everything on the slides already. Basically the day one is the day when you receive the products, and I always prefer hand deliver, even if the person is close to you. I never order, I always order it from the customer first, and then I still drive to their house to have more an open box training, but it's open box product training. So let them know what's really the benefits. And then, but when I do the hand deliver, that was time when the really follow up starts. It's not you sold the products and then a couple of days ago you realize, how come, maybe let me call this person, see if anything's going on. And then when you call them, they always end up telling you, maybe I haven't started using the product yet. Or I'm so busy, let me just wait a couple of days and then use the product. So when we hand deliver the products, we always need to let them know that we will follow up on them in the future, so they don't feel bothered or feel annoyed when you just keep calling them. So this is really important. And then the day 3 is basically to see if your customers start using the product or not. Let me just click and then you guys can take a picture. because I always realize it like by following up, by proper following up, I actually have a lot of testimonial and also a lot of cases that I have some customer, because I feel like follow up is really like the best answer to handle the objections. Because I think we all have that experience, like a lot of times when we sell the products, because we know that we broker the best product in the world, right? But how come a lot of times when we make the sales and then we forgot to follow up, and then like we thought that the people are just gonna call us and then do the reorders. But when you really did the follow up, like it's actually different than what we thought, right? So that means something wrong with the follow up. So follow-up is really how teach us how we could handle the objection. One of my testimonials is like one time I sold the astaxanthin to my friend, and then because like she has been wearing a lot of contacts and every day, so like he consistently feel the tiredness around her eyes. And then I told her, if you only willing to try one product, I will recommend the astaxanthin to you. And then after I following up on her, and then ask her like, oh, what do you feel? And then she said like, I don't really feel anything. But because in my mind, because I've been personally used a lot, like I've been seeing how my family has been benefited on it, like I know there's no way that she's not gonna feel anything. So I keep asking her, asking the leading question and asking that, okay, what do you mean that by like you don't feel anything? Like maybe because like you don't feel like your eye vision is improving, or because you used to say like your eyes easy to feel tired, do you still feel that? And then she said, oh, yeah, you actually remind me. Before I used to feel tightness around my eyes, but now no more. So now you can see like when customer tell you something's wrong or they don't really see any results, it's not really they don't see any result. It's because even themselves don't really know what's going on in their body. So that's the result. Really thankful.
I say yes.
Yeah. So really thankful all the training system, and also everything started from the massive personal use, because that's where we created the testimonial, and that's where we knew that what's going on with our product, and also what's the proper information that we can actually tell our customer. And then for the referral part, it's the most, like, it's really critical part. Because at the beginning, like I mentioned, my family was my first customer. And then because of they really see tremendous results, like my dad used to have more than 10 years of high blood pressure and also high cholesterol. Doesn't matter how hard like he exercised, because my dad was type of person like he only believed in the natural stuff. Like no like prescription drugs, no any supplementation, only exercising. But because of our omega fish oil and also the entire heart health system and also daily essential packet, it really helping him benefit a lot, like entire his body. And then later on, he started to refer a customer to me. And one time it was really funny because my dad has been already referred like more than 10 customers to me already. Wow. This is where the day 21 come from. Always asking for referral, because I always asking him like, okay, so if you really love the product, why don't you refer someone to me? Or like I said here, like if you're really looking for something, if someone around you are also looking for high quality stuff, can you refer it to me so that I can maybe share something with you? No, I'm kidding. So I always like send yeah. And then he always remind me, oh, don't forget to do the follow up, like you followed up on me before. And I said, yeah, of course. So like by proper by using the proper like follow up, follow the right like the procedure, actually we can create a lot more referral cases. And then because when I first started, no one believed the young people can do it. And then all my like repeat customer and all my customer actually came from referral, from my family referral. And then later on, when they see that, when they really see, because we always go to training, right? Because without training, even though how great our products are, we can't really share with people. We can't really like when people are like having objections or people are asking you, how do you know you like your product is the best product in the world? We have nothing to tell them. And also because of the massive use of product. I really do appreciate all the leaders, because when I first started using the products, the only thing they always keep telling me was massive use of products, so that I can create my own testimonial about the products. And also because I've seen too many people like have been benefited from the products, and also a lot of cancer survivors like because of our product too. Yes. So I have like really like unshakable belief and also trust about our product. So whenever I do the follow up and follow the format of the follow up, that's really when like my retail has been like taking off. And then this is actually Helen also mentioned earlier, like we really need to write it down for our own like follow up. like the least, because I have my own follow-up book, because as longer you're in the business, the more customer you will have. So it's really hard for us to memorize all the product recommendation you gave, or all the feedback your customer gave it back to you. So the best way for us is to write it down. It's like goal statement. If you don't write it down, you're never gonna remember what was going on. And then so whenever I talk to my customer again, and then on my follow-up list, I not only wrote it down what my customer told me, but I also always wrote it down what will be the next follow-up date. So I can remind it myself and then put it in my calendar so that I never forgot to follow up on them. And then once we do the really great follow-up, you will see a lot of loyal customers. Because I think that's the beauty of the VIP customer service. Because once you create the loyalty, and then they will never leave you. Because they know, never let you. Because they know like you are the one that care about them the most. And also be money driven, but not only money driven. It's like when I followed up with my dad. Because obviously I followed up on him was not because of the money, but because I really care about him. And then he actually can feel about it. And that was the reason why he kept referral people to me, and also always talking good things about the products, because he not only see how the products have been helping them, but only he saw my personal growth. Because of the products, because of the company. So I really do want everyone to really know that, because I know a lot of people are really good at retailing right now. But I do believe the follow-up is the best way for us to keep the retention rate. Because it wouldn't make sense if we were always just making the sales, but no one really comes back to buy the products again from us. And then you have to, actually basically you find you another 45 years to sell the product, but not the residual income because of the business. So that's all I need to share, and then thank you, Olivia, for the opportunity.
Great, thank you so much, Christina. That was simple, sharp, and sweet, right? And I think first time I heard Christina share how she was able to retain so many returning customers and also be able to get a lot of referrals. I think if one word is just detail, right? Detail. So ever since we duplicated with writing, follow-up, and also I know a lot of people are very detailed as well. Probably type up the product regimen, or follow up morning, afternoon, and night. But at the same time, I think writing on the bottle is really helpful, especially for elder. Because it doesn't matter how much you tell them, they just don't remember. They don't remember because first they choose what they want to hear, right? Like my grandma. She thinks that she has hearing problem, but if you say anything bad about her, like, diabetes should not eat this, and then she'll be like, oh, who says so, right? But if you say something good about her, you say something good about her, she always hear. Something bad about her, you shouldn't eat this because you're diabetic. She'll be like, huh? And you say it again, huh? She's very loud. She's got a lot of abdominal voice, where Miss Milieu gets her voice from abdominal, like my grandma. My grandma is the best candidate to do Market America. Man, when she drank a lot of B complex and calcium, both my grandparents grew so much hair. My grandpa grew, because after the surgery on his head, obviously there's scarring, there's less, a lot of gray hair. And then when he doubled up, I think it was 6 to 8 caps of B complex a day for post-surgery recovery. And then his head, really, like Helen said, all black hair, full head. So people came to my house and they were like, did your grandpa dye his hair? He's close to 90 years old, why would he dye his hair, right? But I was like, oh wow, you're right, it's all black. And then my grandmother, due to all of the medication, she's been having bald spot for, I would say, in my memory, she's always had hair problem. So even when my aunt moved here many years ago, 20 plus years, she's always brought back any type of topical and anything that helps hair growth. But it really, our calcium, daily essential, all the isotonic took care for her. So everybody that comes in, my grandma's like, look at my head, look at my head. And then she wants to sell products, right? So if you get family excited, I think, Helen showed us the picture where her grandmother and grandpa, right, both of them, sent a really cute message, really formal too, as if she's not granddaughter. I'm like, is this how your family communicate? Like such formal words? But they're like, we feel so much better. We thank you. You're our lifesaver. It's just really sweet. And Christina's dad also shows like really flawless skin selfie. Like his dad took a selfie and then sent it to her. Be like, look at my skin. Look at my skin. And people could not believe my age. And everywhere I go, people compliment me. Right? It's providing health to your family, and especially parents and grandparents. How can you buy happiness like that?
No.
Right? And when they feel good and look good, when they go out, get compliments all day long, they're gonna feel so happy. So, there's so much we can do with this business. Can we give Helen and Christina another round of applause? So now, don't we agree, from retail, it's very natural to go from retail to recruit.
Yeah.
And we also